In Vancouver, back with the panel now. Jock Climbey, Matt Dunnigan, Chris Schultz, and some thoughts on Geroy Simon right now being honored at BC Place. Let's start with the receiver. We'll get your comments in a second. Coming up, heading out to the park right now for Geroy Simon. We will right now. Here he is.
Simon on the Ring of Honor. Geroy, you will be inducted today in the Lions Ring of Honor. You will be unveiled as the 11th member of the Lions Ring of Honor. Going forward, I want to draw your attention to the press box area on the visitor side of the plea. Could we have a drum roll, please? Ladies and gentlemen, forever your Superman, number 81, Geroy Simon. Geroy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you guys. First off, I want to thank Mr. Braley, Dennis, Wally, George. This is a great group of individuals who gave me a great opportunity to play in front of you guys for 12 years. I want to thank my family, my wife, Jaden, Jordan, Jervon back in West Point, my parents, Valerie, Geroy. I'm nothing without you guys, so I want to thank you for all of your support. I love you guys to death. I want to thank all of my teammates for the 12 years of support and energy and just winning and bringing a championship atmosphere here to Vancouver. I'll name a couple, mostly the quarterbacks. Dave Dickinson, Spurgeon Wing, Casey Printers, Buck Pierce, Jarius Jackson, and last but not least, Travis Lulay. And I want to thank you guys, the fans, all of you in attendance today, all of you throughout the province of British Columbia. You guys welcome me here with open arms. And you guys been amazing for 12 years. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And thank you for making me your Superman.
Geroy Simon honored at the half. What made him such a good receiver in this league?
You know, we were looking at all the things, the categories. We've finished mostly first, second in some places. And the one thing that jumped out that I hadn't really thought about was that he's first for receivers in games played at 237. And that, I think, speaks a lot. I mean, people might be tempted to say, well, he played a lot of games. Of course he finished first in receptions and yards. But what you don't understand is the kind of commitment to excellence and the attention to detail that you have to do that. To play at that level for so long is extraordinary. And that, I think, is what makes him somebody that I will remember always as one of the greats.
Well, Jock, you should know. You know, you played the position for 12 years, played at the highest level, and durability is certainly key in order to put up those numbers. Intelligence is another one, and Geroy Simon had an extra gear, guys. And when he caught a ball behind people, he dropped it down, lowered about 3 inches, and hit another gear, and nobody was catching him. And on top of that, he was just a simple playmaker. Geroy Simon was put on this earth to make plays in a football uniform. He did that for 12 years as a Lion.
I also think it takes a lot of guts to play the receiver position. Every single position position in football has a different type of demand, but with the receiver, especially when they're coming over the middle, you never know when that could be the last time you go over the middle. And when you put together the number of games, the number of receptions, the number of opportunities that he either avoided injury or was heaven blessed to avoid injury, absolutely remarkable.
You know, it's interesting. He started his career with Winnipeg. He ended it with Saskatchewan. But who do you think of him being with for the bulk of his career, and a great career at that? Geroy Simon, BC Lion, honored in Vancouver. Stick around. Second half coming up.